So I'm from the South End, Boston, born and raised. I got locked up for a case, did a life bid, overturned it, did 15 and a half years. Took a lot of time to flip that around. Finally flipped it around. Me and my co-defendant, so we out here.
Bounce back, ain't got a moment. When they see you down, just know they love it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Bounce Back Podcast. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment, tell me what you think. I got a special guest with me. He's back again. So why don't you tell the people your name, where you're from, and just like a brief recap of, I guess, your story growing up South End, leading into the case you had, the mistrials and all of that. Kind of catch everybody up on that.
I bet. So, we already did it one time, so I'll just keep it brief. Most people know me as D-Ives. I've been doing the music, so a lot of people know me as Southside Trap right now. Yes, I'm from the South End, Boston, born and raised. I got locked up for a case, did a life bid, overturned it, did 15 and a half years. Took a lot of time to flip that around. Finally flipped it around. Me and my co-defendant, so we out here free. Just getting readjusted with society. And, there's mad levels to this, man, so here we are with it.
So talk about who you got here with you today and why you wanted to have them here on camera and what you guys got going on.
I deal with a lot of youth these days, and it just happened. I got cousins, I got family. My uncle, Scooby, Dennis Parham, a lot of people know him from Boston. He died, from street violence. This is one of his sons right here. This is his oldest son, so this is my blood. This is my other blood too. That's my little cousin right here, man. I got my cousins with me, man. I got
That's
the youngest with me, So when I came home, it was kind of like nobody was really stepping up like that. So it kind of like fell in my lap to step up. So I just be keeping them with me. They be learning, they be growing, they be building. They grown, they growing, they growing and grown,
Absolutely. And why is it important to you to kind of be the one to step up?
Because it seems like nobody else is doing it.
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. If I don't do it, I feel like I'm not doing my duty. If nobody else is doing it and you don't do it and you know you're supposed to do it, then you blocking your duty. If somebody stepped up and you don't have to step up, that's different. But if nobody's there and doing nothing, then you don't do nothing. So regardless of my situation, I'm stepping up.
Like dealing with the street violence, right? And dealing with losing people and losing loved ones, and like what kind of impact that has on people, on family, on mothers, sons, on everybody. What kind of impact have you seen that happen?
Man, it happens on the deepest levels. I was actually thinking about that this morning. You know what's so crazy? So you got, like, back in the slavery times, right? They used to use methods to get things the way they needed it. So, for example, they'll separate the men, they'll separate the children, and they separate the women. And then anybody that's a man, that's a leader, or thinks they tough or bold or standing up, they'll demasculate you in front of everybody. Tar and feathers, you heard about that. They do wild shit. Like, yo, they used to throw tar on. Like, if you the toughest dude out of the Negroes, what the white slave masters used to do, they'll take him, they'll tar him down, put feathers on him in front of everybody, in front of the children, the women. So everybody's like, oh shit, I'm not stepping, I'm following suit, because they're gonna do some crazy shit to us. They used to take horses, tie ropes to arms and legs and shit, and had the horses go the opposite ways and rip limbs off. Crazy shit. So they had everybody in line. And what that did was that made mothers overprotective. So mothers would tell their children, listen, follow suit, stay in line, follow suit, stay in line. So I only say this to say that I came home, like, my parents, they be on my back like, yo, you outside, you in the middle of this, you doing this and doing that. And you need to do this like this, you need to do this like that, you need to stay in the lines of this or that. And I feel like it's the slavery stuff, man. Like, they just PTSD, they just overprotective of their children. They just don't want you to do nothing wrong. Stay in line, stay in suit, do what you're supposed to do, don't get in trouble, and just survive, live. You know what I mean? So like I done had problems with my peoples about that, about them trying to steer my direction, and I'm just always gonna have my own direction. But my direction has put me in the midst of the shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't really into nothing, but I'm outside. And there's a lot of shit going on outside. So, you know, but
Absolutely.
yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because a lot of dudes struggle with that. Like their parents be like, you need to do this, you need this, like that, like that. And they just try to make sure you're safe and protect you. But at the same time, like you gotta let a man be a man and find his course and be a man like with his chest out. You can't be timid out here and like, man, this shit's designed for you to fail. So you have to understand and know how to navigate and get yourself to a better place, in the world, you know?
And speaking of like being a man and just having like men in the household, whether it's losing the men to street violence or to prison or jail, a lot of the households don't have a male influence, positive or
Yeah,
negative. Like, do you think that affects what's going on at home and makes things harder for these mothers and the children?
yeah, for sure. Because mothers have to be mothers and fathers, and some mothers that are trying to be fathers, they just learning while they're doing it, and they might not be suited for that. Not only that, you need a man. You need a man around. You need a man to teach certain things. Like I drop gems on kids from one to up, one and up, man. Like, so you definitely need men around because it's a different perspective.
Right.
Women are nurturers and men are kind of just more like explorers, just we got that certain different energy,
Yep.
so you need
Providers,
both. You
warriors,
need to,
right?
yeah, you
That's
need to
what
you
the
need to get the love and the emotional perspective, and you need to get the perspective where you need to thrive and be like, like want to be the best that you could be as a man, you know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
And do you think that like a lot of times not having that man around, right? Kids hit the streets and then they look up to the quote unquote older heads, right? Do you think that a lot of these older heads kind of use that to their advantage and maybe manipulate these younger dudes?
Yeah, sometimes, but I just honestly feel like there's lack of commitment to the youth, and the hood and the urban areas, whatever you want to call it. A lot of Black, Spanish, Asian, a lot of people are in a situation where they're not really like they like just maintaining in life. And some people say we're from the hood. So for people like us that is going through what we going through, there's not enough men stepping up, giving guidance like that. You got some programs and you got certain shit out there, but it's not enough. It's not enough tapping with the young community for
What
sure.
what more needs to be done in your opinion? Like, what's the best way?
More men stepping up, man. More men
Actually
stepping up.
caring.
The thing is, right? It seems like everybody's just so focused on making sure that they can maintain and get their life straight and keep things balanced. And that's just what it is for everybody. Like it's hard out here for everybody. So a lot of people don't really have time to think about that type of stuff. But that is so important because they are our future. You know how they say the kids are the future. For people like me, my little cousin, that's my future. That like when I have kids, when I have grandchildren or whatever, that he's gonna be an uncle, grandfather, like all that type of stuff. So I have to make sure my family's straight. And you know, it seems like these days everybody's just focused on making sure they got everything straight. What's going on right now? They focus on what's right now because it's hard. It's hard, but there needs to be a lot more people just stepping up and just tapping in with the youth, man. I done caught a lot of slack for it and a lot of heat for it. But
What do you
yeah.
mean by that? What kind of heat you catching
Nah, I'm
for
just saying
trying to help the youth?
yeah, like how I was saying, like with my parents and stuff, they be like, you're outside, you're still in Boston, you're in the streets, you're around this, you're around that. But, my family lives out here. I live out here. This is what's going on out here. If I didn't if I didn't live out here, maybe it might be a little different, but I live out here, my family's out here, my job is out here, everything's out here. So sometimes people don't understand your circumstances, But at the same time, on top of that, just because I'm so like when I came home, a lot of people was like, yo, you got to do for yourself. You can't think about nobody else. You got to focus on yourself. And I just can't be like that, you know? Like I said, my cousins and stuff. So I'm out here. So that's what I was saying. I caught a lot of slack for that.
And what kind of gems are you dropping?
All types of shit. Right now we're
Okay.
doing music though. We're doing
Music.
music for sure. Yeah. We also about to just try to start moving these t-shirts.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get this LLC real quick, get it up and going. But we got some logos, we got some brands. A couple of the fellas came up with their own logos and stuff. So I already got it ordered. I'm just waiting for shipping. That shit takes a little while, but yeah, we're gonna start trying to like move t-shirts instead of drugs. Move t-shirts, do some legit shit, something different. You know, everybody's on it. I just want dudes to get the mind state of being entrepreneurs instead of like you could work a job every day and get your paycheck, but some of us want to be more. We have aspirations, dreams, goals. We want to be more than what we just got going on right now. So I'm just trying to get everybody in the mind state to get your own bag. Don't sit around and just collect a little minimum wage. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's important for, this next generation to really tap into that creative side? Like you said, the music, designing, logo, all that seems to be artistic in a way.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's an innovative world. And the AI stuff is taking off, so you got to keep up.
Right. Fair
The
to say.
AI is getting crazy, so you got to keep up, man, for sure.
Total. How much time have you done?
I think it was like 15 and a half years.
Okay. So what kind of things would you tell the younger generation about doing time to kind of maybe prevent them from having to make the same mistakes?
So that's exactly what I do on a daily basis. I literally try to just tell dudes and show dudes how to move, what not to do, stay away from this, move like this, focus on this. Like I said, selling t-shirts compared to selling drugs, that reduces your risk of going to jail or getting in any trouble.
Right.
And a lot of extra good stuff comes with that. Now you're a businessman, you're independent minded, but I be trying to stand like that. I just be trying to stand like that because I done been there, done that, and most people I know been to jail. They've been to jail or prison, so they know what it feels like. So like when you trying to direct somebody in the right way and it feels good and the motion is right, they go with it. You know what I mean? Most of the time they go with it because dudes know. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there is a lot of people who like a lot of youngins who is just on like whatever, I'm down, I'm doing whatever. So that's why I feel like those are the ones that you really need to lock on because they just go. And if you turn your head for a second, them niggas be them niggas be into some shit. Niggas be word, they be into some shit, man. And they been a lot of times where like I got my own life going on, I got a lot of stuff going on, so I really focusing on myself. A lot of people like focusing on yourself, and it's good wisdom. I focusing on myself, and 2-3 days go by, then I hear, oh, this dude got back, this little dude got back for doing this and that. I'm like, damn, man, why didn't nobody just like what's going on here, man? What the hell, man? That's crazy. Like, what the fuck, But yeah, man, shout big.
Why is it important to give people that alternative, right? Instead of just saying, oh, don't sell drugs, you're at least trying to provide them, okay, don't do this when you could do that. Because I feel like when people are just told don't do something because it's bad, it's like you're not really providing a solution. I feel like you're at least giving an alternative or a solution. Like, talk about that. Why is that important?
But I'm going to speak for the youth real quick. You cannot tell a young person something and just tell them something. They be like, yo, this old nigga, man. He just fucking, oh man, this nigga just talking. This nigga's always talking. You have to have something to stand behind what you're saying. So if I be like, so for example, if he, hypothetically speaking, was selling weed and he didn't have a license to sell weed, right? And I'm like, yo, cuz, this shit's illegal. You shouldn't be doing it. You might get booked for it. I've been locked up, whatever. He's gonna be looking at me like, bro, making money off this shit, bro. What the fuck? Like, all right, yep, whatever. So if I don't have nothing to put behind that, like, yo, here's these 20 t-shirts. Sell these shits for $10 a piece. We already got the license, the LLC, the business is set up. Sell these shits for $20 a piece. And, you make your profit off of it and do that like that. And like that's something, I'm bringing something to the table instead of just talking to them, because a lot of time they feel like old people just run their fucking mouth and just talk your head off. They're not really trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that unless you got something behind that. For real.
Absolutely. So what advice are you giving?
But I will say everybody's circumstances is different, but
Sure.
at the end of the day, prison is good for nobody. That shit's whack. It sucks. You just need to avoid it. Man. There's a lot of ways to go to jail. There's a lot of ways to go to prison. And there's a lot of ways to not go to jail and not go to prison. Once you get a certain age, you develop maturity and you understand right from wrong. Move right, man. That's all I gotta say. Move right, Yo, it's crazy because mostly everybody I know, man, not females, but man, that's black, mostly Hispanic, we all been to jail or prison. So, the risk is high for us, So everybody just gotta move right, bro. There's so much shit out here. Like, I kind of squandered a lot of opportunities for myself. I came home, I kind of had like a little bit of stability on my own and just navigated, and then like mad stuff started happening. So things got rough. So now like I'm like focusing on, opportunities and resources and all that type of stuff, really focusing in on, what can help me and benefit me. But as I learn and navigate this stuff, I feel it's a duty to pass it on and let them know. Like for example, if I figure out some housing stuff, yo, you only got to do this and do that and do this and do that, and you can get in this program and get your own apartment. I tell them, I let them know. Right. And some of them, I force them to do it. I push them like, yo, do that. You got to do that. I call them, do that. Make sure I be on their back, bring them there, all that. But
it seems too, some people don't even like they'll get a resource and just use it for themselves, and they don't want to share it with the next man, right? They don't want to help the next person. They hoard resources. I mean, do you feel that it's important to share what you know?
For sure, especially if you're a man that your people have struggled or been at a disadvantage. If you don't pass that down to your family or your peers, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know.
And you had mentioned too, like a lot of people and family and everything too, jail or prison. It's almost like it's normalized. Like, in your opinion, why is that?
Yeah, I feel like it is so normal, and there's a problem with that. Like, for examples, right? Let's say you got somebody that grew up in Shrewsbury, right? He grew up in Shrewsbury all his life. He got 20 family members, and then count on the hand how many family members of his went to prison. Right. One, maybe two. And then you got somebody like me that grew up in Boston, family members that go to prison. My hands, man. I don't got enough hands for that shit. You know what I mean? And then we talking about the dead. So it's different for different people. And I don't know, it's just harder. Bro. I'm at a different perspective than anybody else. Not anybody else, but I'm at a different perspective than a lot of other people. And then him, like, me being at my perspective, and him too, me about being at my perspective, I feel like I just have to make sure they straight.
Yeah. Why is family so important to you?
I just say this, right? Let's say you did something with somebody and then something happened and you don't really know them like that. And then let's say something happened and then you with your family members and you know them and you can trust them. Like, I think you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's different. Like, with family, the bond is different. You could really trust and you rely, and they're more dependable because y'all got an understanding and y'all super linked, locked in. that there's just a big difference.
Okay.
Like an outsider, I'm not gonna do or deal with an outsider like I'm gonna deal with my family.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because we know
Absolutely.
each other's mothers. We know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Where do you stand on like school?
School is definitely essential to development. I'm not necessarily pro college.
Mm-hmm.
College is helpful if you have a career, something you're specifically focused on. But I just feel like at the end of the day, you either a working bee or you are the queen and king bee.
Mm-hmm.
So you work for somebody or you have your own business. If you go to college, most likely you're building a career to work for somebody, and you spent 2, 4 years, 8 years, 6 years, whatever the case may be. You could literally graduate from college. You don't even have to go to. You don't even have to go to high. You don't even have to graduate from high school. You could be a fucking 13-year-old and have your own business.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, I'm more so on education to just make sure that the kids are more independent minded
Mm-hmm.
and entrepreneurial instead of just being worker bees. That's just for my
Yeah.
peoples and anybody I deal
Yeah.
with.
It
But I
depends
know
on the
the
goals
culture
too.
of the country is making sure we have worker bees because you need worker bees to make the country thrive, how it thrives. You know, I understand that. But I'ma still make sure my peoples is, on
Absolutely.
that type of timing.
You gotta know the basics too, how to read, write, do math, all that stuff. Especially if you want to be
I would never
in
tell
business.
nobody don't go to college, but at the same time, I'ma still teach them like, work to get your own.
It depends on what your goals are. If your goals is a certain thing, you want to be a lawyer and then have your own law firm. Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna
Like
have
if
to
you
go
want
to
to be
school.
right. If you want to be a
Most
lawyer,
likely.
you want to be a doctor, you gotta go to school. You gotta
Right.
get that degree. You gotta do that certain shit.
It depends on the goals
For
for sure.
sure. Yeah.
What advice would you give to somebody that say, hey, college ain't for them, but they just graduated high school?
And then I would probably trying to figure out where their heart's at, what they
Mm-hmm.
want to do, and just try to figure out how to help them get to where they need to go. For the
Absolutely.
most part, everybody has something. This is one thing that. So right now we're doing music. I've been listening to music all my life, loving music all my life. I used to write when I was young. I just decided to just take a step forward with this. So I'm doing the music, but this is one thing that a lot of people really resonate with the music. So um, I be like most of my peoples that I be into the music. I try to encourage them and see where they are at with it. Like some people are a little more into it, some people are less into it. Some people might just want to make beats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people might want to get on the vocals. Some people might just want to record or
Yeah.
do everything. So this is one thing that I'm learning, I'm growing on. So I anybody that's on that level, I push that and we just build on that.
Makes sense. I would say like figure out what it is that you like to do, enjoy to do, and then like how can you figure out a way to monetize that in some way or another. You like to do music, okay? How we merch, whatever, monetize it. But it's important to actually know where you're going and what you want to do, right? Because if you don't actually have a goal, then I feel like you're just gonna be wandering lost, and that's just gonna leave you susceptible to being brought under other people's wings and maybe being worker bees or manipulated or whatever the case might be. I would say just have like a clear and concise goal. That way you know where to direct your energy. Because if you don't know where to direct your energy, a lot of times that's where the streets might come into play.
Facts.
And so what is it about music that really, like you said, it resonates, but what about it resonated personally with you? And when did you decide like I don't just like it, I love it. This is what I want to do. I want to create.
Man, it came to me at a point where things just started kind of tumbling down for me in my life. Like I was doing all right financially, everything was good. Things just started hitting the fan. And at the same time, I'm seeing how people is getting all types of money off this music stuff. And it's something I love, something I'm passionate about. I put it on the shelf when I was a teenager. Um, and I just was like, yo, because I got a lot of people around me that's into the music stuff too. I got a lot of resources, a lot of people that's into the music. So I just felt like this is something that I can do, that I know I can do, that I need to do. and I think I could get us there with this shit, you know. So I need to be brave, step up, even though I'm like a behind the scenes. Like I'm laid back. I don't like to be front and center with it. I keep it low key. It was like a step up type situation. So I just stepped up and just dived all in with it, you know. And then I got my peoples diving in with it. There's a lot of people who love music, but they're not necessarily confident to just step forward like that. You know what I mean? So I just been helping people build their confidence too and just grow themselves because it's a growth process. I've been growing, you know. Everybody been growing. That's been around, man. We've been building.
And how do you feel about the whole Boston or Massachusetts music scene in general right now? Where do you see it going?
To be honest, man, my life is so busy, so crazy. I haven't even had the time to really tap into what's going on with everybody else. But I got my own team. I got my own little safe. Every like it's a bunch of people. It's a bunch of us. Dudes be doing different shit. We got mad shit going on. So that's like the only thing I can concentrate on right
Okay.
now. But what I do notice overall is that we are building a buzz in Boston. Um, it seems like a lot of Roxbury dudes have been building a buzz right now. But just overall, Boston, it seems like we stepping up a little bit as a city. You know, like I said, I got my own team. We just been building up. So now I'm just hoping the doors open up, man. I'm just trying to take
All
off
right.
with the
So
guys, man.
what have you done so far since you've been out as far as the music? I know you got a few videos that, talk about
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and I
for
guess where
sure.
people can find you too.
At underscore Southside Trap on YouTube. If you go on YouTube Music, it's Southside Trap um topic. For some reason, it's like that. It's like Southside Trap line topic line. I don't know why it's like
Okay.
that. But but yeah, man. Yeah, I got some videos. I got mad songs. I don't even know how many. I got mad shit out there. It's on all platforms under Southside Trap. I got more content coming. All my videos, all my everything that's up there, I did it all on my own. The reason why is because once I started the music, I was going through a phase of just the struggle. I had mad stuff happen to me at the time, so I
I
didn't
think
have money for.
your mic, I think fell when you
Ooh.
answered that. It's all good. Yeah,
Yeah,
so you were talking about why you would, was start doing all that on your own too.
yeah. So at the time, I was just going through a little rebound phase, so I really didn't have money like that for videos and mixing masters with the music and recording and all that studio time. So I just learned all this shit on my own and did it all on my own. So every single thing that I have up right now is all work that I did on my own, from mixing, mastering, video editing, digital effects, all that. Um, but now I'm trying to show these dudes the same thing that I learned. You know, I be trying to show them the shit. I be trying to show them this is what I learned. This is how you do this like this. This is how you do this like that. And now I'm into the marketing phase, the advertisement, all that social media shit. You know, I did 15 years, bro. So this is all new to me. I'm just
Yeah.
catching up, but moving fast about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask about that. Doing the 15 years and not being out with all this technology changing, do you feel like you were at a disadvantage? You maybe had to start a little further back than someone who might have been out and kind of is caught up with all the technology?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. You know,
Okay.
15 years, man, for sure. But at the same time, some people might think like, oh, he was just locked away in the cave. He didn't know nothing. But I talk to my family and my friends and people on the phone every day. I watch the news every day. I was tapping in with the world. Like I understood what was going on and I stayed in tune and I learned. I kept learning and, moving on with the world. So when I came home, I was not behind. But at the same time, I was adjusting to a different lifestyle, like completely different lifestyle from what I was living. So, once I got acquainted with that, um, it was it was okay, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, like I'm still learning how to deal with this shit
Mm-hmm.
because it's different. It's different.
What's been like the hardest part about adjusting?
Anything you do could cost you. For somebody like me,
Mm.
the littlest shit, the littlest shit, somebody could slap me in the face and I could spit in their face. And I might end up doing 5 years for that type of shit.
Right.
Like, it's crazy like that. So I have to be very conscious about every single thing I do and how I move. That's the biggest adjustment. Cause in prison, you could literally do whatever. Like, I won't say do whatever, but you could punch somebody in the face, do 14 days in a hole, get out, whatever. Some places maybe a week, or some places 30 days, whatever, some light shit.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the hole, get out. You could stab somebody, might do, 1 year in a box or something like that, 2 years or whatever. Well, out here, it's different standards. And even though not saying that that's the type of stuff that I want to do, I'm just saying that the standards is different for me,
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be very consciously aware of everything I do and how I move, because the stakes is high for the most part.
Do
Yeah.
you think the music is a big part of like being like an outlet towards like this energy, this, there's a lot of, PTSD or trauma associated with the streets and being locked up and all of that. Do you think that that's a way that you can kind of channel that in a healthy way,
Yeah, music's definitely an
like a
outlet for a lot
therapeutic
of
thing?
people. Yeah, I really didn't even think about it like that at first, but people started telling me that it was an
Mm-hmm.
outlet for me. And it made me think about it like, you telling me it's an outlet for me. It made me think about it. It actually is, because I'm the type of dude I don't really talk about much. I'm more so just an action man.
Yeah.
Like, you know how people be like, oh, like for example, with your girlfriend, she might be like, "Oh, you don't never tell me you love me," but I'm more so the person that would show you I love you
Right.
in my actions. And then now it's like, okay, you got some person that spoke and said, "I love you, I love you, I love you," and they could have been finessing you, but then you got a person that actually showed you they loved you, they loved you, they loved you, they showed you,
Right.
So that's just the type of dude I am. I'm not really big on words. I show them my actions. That's the proof in the
Absolutely.
pudding.
Actions speak much louder than
For
words.
sure, bro, for
So
sure.
talk about some of the goals you got like moving forward. I know you said you'd mentioned the merch. Like when can people expect that, and like what else you got for goals as far as life,
Um,
music, everything?
So, yeah, I'm just for now. I'm just trying to just do I'm just trying to start light right now. We're doing the t-shirts. We have a few different brands that we doing. Uh, I got my own stuff. Like everybody has their own stuff, but we're gonna put it all together. And I'm gonna post it on all my social media platforms. But we'll have t-shirts for sale for the low fire shit. We got South End t-shirts, Boston t-shirts. I'm gonna be selling the t-shirts for the low, and this is for the community. Every people go to the store, they spend 10, 20, $30 for t-shirts or whatever. These t-shirts is nice. You're only gonna have to spend $10 for high quality t-shirts with a nice image on it. There's a few different things, so we're gonna definitely promote that. Yep, so we're doing that. We're doing the music. We got videos. We got more videos coming. But if you look at if you go on YouTube, Southside Trap, I got a lot of content there.
What's the do you have a specific next video, or I know you say you have a lot of songs. Are you gonna put them all into like an album?
I haven't
What's
did
the
an
plans?
album yet. No lie.
Okay.
I got like songs all over the place. I don't even like. I'm just doing my own thing, man. I'm just putting myself out there. Honestly, I'm just hoping that somebody recognizes this, man,
Mm-hmm.
and that could put me in position to put my family and my peoples in position, man. Because I'm a workhorse. I work hard. The talent's there, man. I got a lot of talent
Mm-hmm.
behind me. I got a whole team. So I'm just hoping to build on something. But
So just talk about that team. Why a team, and just I guess break it down.
you
Tell
said
me
why
about you.
what?
Yeah, why do it as a team, right? As opposed to
I'm
solo
doing
and
that
talk.
as a team because like I said, when I like when I came into the music, I had a lot of people around me that do music. And then once I started doing it, the youngins is into it too.
Yeah.
So it became a mentorship thing. So now I have mad youngins that's behind me, that's on go. They trying to get to it too. And I'm showing them, they developing, they on go about it. So we just on that, you know.
How does it feel like personally to help and to do this mentorship thing? You feel like good about yourself? You feel like you're doing something impactful, man?
Yeah, because there's been times where I definitely could have been a negative. I was a negative influence, so I'm just trying to do positive shit. I was
Absolutely.
trying to do positive shit, man. For real. I just understand that, you know, it's been hard. It's been hard for me and mines and a lot of us. So I'm just trying to be one of the ones that try to make it better. You know.
What's the main message that you wanted to get across to the youth, man? That find another way. There's other things to hustle besides packs. Like, what's the main thing you want to get across to really like resonate with them?
Yeah, that's kind of easy. The main thing I would say is find out what your strong suit is. Whatever you're good at, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you love, whatever's your direction, lock in on that shit, perfect it, and make something happen from it. Simple as that, you know? So if you can run fast, to go to school, jog, to get on the team and do the
Right.
hurdles and all that shit. You know,
Absolutely.
get you a little Olympic medal and all that. Like
Right.
you might get some bag for your family off the strength of that, you know. Some people are nice at rapping. Some people were just so picture perfect, you know.
Yep.
You might be an actor, a model or something. Just focus whatever's your strong suit and just lock in on that. Whatever your strong suit is and you love it, lock in on that and see what you could get from that.
Find that
That,
superpower, that natural God-given
that's
gift.
my
Somebody got
strongest
it. A lot
piece
of
of
us never
advice to
figure it
any and
out.
everybody, man. Find out what you're best at, what you love, what you're best at and you love, and move on that.
Absolutely, and find that like you said, if somebody's naturally genetically gifted, go work out, be a fitness guy. You know what I mean? Find
Exactly.
whatever it
Like
may be.
you bench pressing this and doing that, and not everybody else could do
Right.
that. So that separates you from everybody else.
Absolutely. You got to
Like,
look at that.
yeah.
What you actually, everybody got it, you know, and it may not be what you want, but find something that you, the way I see it is like find something that you already kind of like to do and
And
then
you're
just
good at
roll
it.
with that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
especially this day and
You
age
don't have to
too,
be
record it.
perfect, but just be good at it and you love it, you know?
Exactly.
And that
Yeah,
means you can keep
video
working on
games.
it.
People stream and make money off of streaming
For
video games.
sure,
Like
bro.
whatever you're doing already, the way I look at it, record. I mean, some people camera shy. They don't want to be in front of the camera, put themselves out to the world. But the way I see, if you're already doing something, you should be doing it, recording it, and then putting it on the internet too.
Facts.
All right, man. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on that maybe we didn't get a chance to, or just some closing words, man, for the people, the youth, the non-youth, the older people, younger people, Boston, the country.
I almost was gonna say nah, but I just wanna say one more thing. I guess I could just say I could just say this. Boston as a whole and our city, you know, we litty, man. We like dudes is on that, you know? Like not everybody's on that, but dudes is on that. So I just wanna say just this one thing because we like dudes be on that. So I just wanna say as a city, when it comes to certain stuff like the music, you got dudes trying to put on for the city, for the family, for the team. Dudes need to come together a little more, man. Just come together, get the bag right, bro. A lot of these disputes is really petty and like not even dudes' issues.
Right.
Like I might get into it with you. I might get into it with you over some stuff, but it's between him, and that shit's 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And nobody's stepping up for that no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying like in the city, I just feel like as a community, dudes that really got some shit going on that's really makes sense. Dudes need to just focus up, bro, and just put this shit to the side, do what you gotta do, get this shit right, get the family right, get everybody right, focus up. That's just my last little piece.
And I've been noticing too with the Boston music scene, man. These Ricos, bro, coming down.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
just crazy. It just comes with a lot, you know what I mean? So that's why I understood that me stepping into this light is gonna make me a public figure. And that's why I just making sure that I'm doing everything right
yeah,
because I don't need that type of attention, you know?
absolutely. So I
For
would say,
real.
yeah, be good. And if you can't be good, man, be careful, bro, for real, because they're watching. Even if you think, oh, I'm nobody, like they're obviously paying attention. So just be good. If you can't be good, be careful, man. And on that note, I appreciate you coming through again. I'm gonna have you swing by multiple times, bro. It's an open invite. You know what I
Yo, that
mean?
last track you did was fire, bro.
Dude, I
That
appreciate you,
shit was
bro. I
fire.
appreciate you, man. I'm
Yo.
trying to. That's actually something I had that was a little older, but I'm actually trying to do like a bounce back mixtape. I'll be in touch with all the, you know what I mean? I had a few dudes who rap up here and put together like a compilation. So
Yeah.
I think it's just an idea in the making right now, but it seems like a fitting thing, right? I had a lot of
Yeah,
people
nah, that
come
shit
up
was
here,
smooth,
so
bro.
and that's
Facts.
what it's about, guys. So it is what it is, guys. Remember, what's next is what you make it. On that note, Bounce Back Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow my boy D Av Southside Trap. And tune into the YouTube, the IG, what is it, TikTok, everything too,
All
man.
that, bro. Snapchat, IG, TikTok,
See, he
Facebook,
got them
all
all.
that,
I only got
man.
it.
All
I could
that.
only handle
Southside _ trap, everything. Yeah.
Southside _ track, guys. Thanks for tuning in. On that note, we out of here. Peace.
Bounce back, ain't got a moment. When they see you down,